Let's turn to a company that's been public for quite a while, Starbucks. Its annual shareholder meeting is underway in Seattle. Julia LaRoche is there. And Julia, you talked to the CEO of the company, Kevin Johnson. What exactly did he have to say? What were some of the highlights?
Hey, well, the big news here at the 27th annual meeting of shareholders for Starbucks is that the company is making its first ever private equity investment of $100 million. It's called Valor Siren Ventures Fund. It's a fund that's going to raise another $300 million. Take a listen to what CEO Kevin Johnson had to say about this first ever investment.
Well, Julia, as you know, we drive a lot of innovation at Starbucks, and one of the things that I found important was taking our teams to places like Silicon Valley, where we could go on a discovery journey and get to meet new early stage, growth stage startups and learn about their new ideas, things that are relevant to Starbucks. And in the process of doing that, I would meet companies like Elementum, who is a company that now is helping us transform our supply chain. So we did a commercial relationship with Elementum. And as I got to know many of these companies that we're doing commercial relationships with, I found that many of them, one of their investors was Valor Equity Partners. And so Valor has a focus on retail tech and food tech. And in building that relationship with Antonio and John Shulkin at Valor, we came up with this idea of creating a Siren Venture Fund, which Starbucks is investing $100 million as the cornerstone investor in that fund, and it'll be managed by Valor. They will raise another $300 million. And so that fund will focus on those types of innovators outside of Starbucks that are doing things that are relevant to Starbucks. And that gives us more visibility of great ideas that are coming from outside the company, from these great innovators that we can take advantage of.
I know Roz Brewer has really focused on freeing up some of the partners' times and letting them focus more on serving the customer. Yeah. Is that something you're thinking about when it comes to this sort of investment? Are you looking for ways to make maybe the job easier for your partners?
Well, a lot of what we're doing is finding ways to automate administrative tasks so that we can free up partners to focus on the customer, as you said. And through automating those administrative tasks, a lot of that comes from tech companies, software companies, or new food and beverage tech innovators that can do things that help improve our ability to better serve our customers.
Starbucks opened its 30,000th store this week, and look, the conversation here is about technology changing the future of retail here. So I'm eager to see what those investments will look like and if we'll see any changes when we go into a Starbucks next time. Julie and Adam.
Yeah, most definitely, Julia. I want to ask you about throughput also, because this has been an issue for Starbucks in the past. In other words, a lot of people come into Starbucks wanting their coffee and wanting it now. They've increased the mobile order ahead feature to try to alleviate some of that congestion. Are we getting any kind of update on the company as to how all of that's going?
Absolutely. And Julie, lucky for us, because we're New Yorkers, we're going to start seeing this first. They're going to start reimagining what the Starbucks store looks like based on basically what I'm kind of gathering the time of day, whether you're going in to rush to get on a train, you want it fast, you want it now, versus like you go in and do a little bit of work in the afternoon. So I'm told that we're going to start seeing these newer kind of reimagined Starbucks store experiences first in New York City, and I know I want to check it out. Julie?
Well, I'm going to tell you, all I want is the Christmas blend year-round, because that's a damn good cup of Joe.
Pass it on, Julia.
Julia LaRoche with Starbucks, thank you very much.